What I need from you is understanding. Listen, we sure the fuck do. We need to try to understand where them checks went, who cares them motherfuckers, and why they did such fraudulent bullshit. In the case of these two sisters, y'all already know about. One former member of Escape and the other made herself a trio of the motherfucking group to keep her paper coming. Y'all want to discuss it? I know y'all do. All right, let's go. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. What's the deal? What's going on? It's me, your boy, AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. And like I told y'all before, we trying to find out where this motherfucking money went. But before we get into all that real quick, I'm just going to give y'all my overall opinion about the whole motherfucking thing that's going on and surging all over the social media. But before we get to that, please make sure to now, if this is your first video, please go ahead now and hit that subscribe button to make sure you're one of the first ones to see these videos and comment on them. And of course, hit the like button for them when I upload them. Also, if you're a good and faithful subscriber, I love you guys so much for everything that you guys do for me. I really appreciate it. But anyway, I said I wasn't gonna be too long anyway with this video, but I know a couple of you all have hit me up and asked what were my thoughts. So I guess here goes. I don't even know where the fuck to start with this. They got so much going on. I mean, one, I don't understand truly why Latocha is pretty much dragging her sister through the mud. Now, she would once say her sister is dragging her through the mud, Tamika, but I think not so. I think basically what happened was during Queens of R&B where they were filming, but now that shit is wrapped up in their own other things, and we're gonna talk about that shit in a minute. But the bottom line is, you know, they had a lot of shit going on basically between the sisters, the group, the sisters, the mother, and between each other. And basically the shit just wasn't panning out too well. Even on the show Queens of R&B, SWV, and Escape, Latocha did a whole lot of shit to hold up all the decisions about whether or not they were going to move forward as a group, you know, doing a one night only or a motherfucking tour, whatever it is, with SWV. So, but during that time, a lot of shit came out. And so one of the things that came out was that, as we all know, Latocha Scott Bibbins and her husband Edward, you know, Bibbins, they also call him Rocky. Basically, Tamika spoke out on the show and said basically they stole her motherfucking money. And basically looking at her present the receipts that she put out on her own page on YouTube, basically everything she said was absolutely on point. And I can't even say that I disagree with her from the get-go. All of Latocha's actions basically said, bitch, yeah, we might have done some shit. You know, we fucked around and got them royalty checks, because those royalty checks they were actually getting because of Tiny's mother, Miss Diane. She went down there to something called Sound Exchange and signed them up to get these royalty checks that they didn't even know about. And everybody began to get their fucking money and shit. And Tamika sitting around trying to figure out, you know, wherefore thou, what did it say? Where art thou? Or some shit like that about Romeo, if you know the Juilliard situation and that man over there. But y'all get where the fuck I was going with that, right? Where my motherfucking money at? So basically, she finally came out and said to her mother and her sister on the show, Queens of R&B, that, you know, she stole my money, her and Rocky stole my money, and you know about it. And like I say, the whole while, I've been inclined to believe it the whole time. And like I told y'all, that shake and go wig wearing ass mama is, I already knew she had some parts in it. She took some of that money and used it for her motherfucking self. That's why she went so hard between these girls defending Latocha, saying ain't nobody stole your money and wanted everybody to cut the cameras off. I know y'all remember that part if y'all watched the show. Now, real quick, some of y'all tell me all the time, these shows you be talking about, I ain't watch them motherfuckers, don't care nothing about them folk, but y'all, I just love to hear you talk. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That is on some real, you know, good strength shit. But go check them out over there on the Peacock. And I think on Bravo on Sundays and Peacock on Monday nights at 7. But Tamika brought out the receipts about all the shit that went on. She even went as far as to have an interview one-on-one, face-to-face with Miss Diane, Tiny's mother. And Miss Diane went on to explain that she signed them up. She was finally acknowledged and heard about the girls getting their checks and everything. And that's how Tamika Tamika heard about it. And she said they did some investigation basically here, during that time, and found out that the checks were sent to a Fayetteville, Georgia address, which came out to be basically, Rocky and Latocha's address at the time, or their mamas or somebody. I think it was the mama. But during that time, Tamika said she was living in fucking New York. Now, some kind of way, all kind of documents got altered and the checks got rerouted some kind of way, and shit like that. And they wound up over here in Georgia instead of New York. And so basically they've been going back and forth. And of course, Rocky he made a statement, I think in the first or second episode, about when you say somebody's name, you got to be prepared for what comes with that. Now, I'm guessing now what he meant by that is basically there's been, new evidence brought to light by Tamika herself. She said basically she had a sex tape some years ago in her 20s that she gave Latocha to put in her safe over at her house. Why the fuck she would do that, I would have no idea. And knowing that, Edward has the safe code to it, he can go in there and watch it, fuck around with it, and look at it any time. And looking at him, the way he was, spitting and hawking and shit over there on the video in the interview with Tasha K, motherfucker was spitting more than a goddamn llama. Every other sentence or every other word was, oh, I can't even do this shit because I ain't got that kind of film up in there, but doing all kind of nasty shit. I thought it was maybe from smoking cigarettes or some shit like that, or maybe smoking all those cigars, but I did some research and found out shit. Come to find out, evidence brought to light. Sometimes when people snort too much powder and shit like that, they get signed in situations. I don't know too much about that because I don't fuck with the powder unless it's betwixt my legs. But nevertheless, the bottom line is, he interjected himself in the situation, and she fucked around and mentioned now that she got this sex tape that she had over there at their house in the safe. And somewhere along the way, when she asked for a bite, Latocha told her that somebody broke in the house or broke in the safe and stole the tape. Now, how the fuck could that happen if you and your husband the only one got the fucking combination? They had to take the whole goddamn safe out the motherfucker in. Then you can actually say they actually stole the tape because they couldn't get the code, didn't know it. And ain't nobody but y'all sitting there trying to figure out a way to extort this woman, or like she said, allegedly blackmail. I ain't gonna even say allegedly because she said on her own fucking page, blackmail her, to keep her fucking mouth closed about the shit that y'all got going on, or, threaten her with putting that shit out from 20, 30 years ago, She was kind of like, she didn't give a fuck. But I don't understand why you would leave that kind of material over to somebody else's house anyway, Tamika, because your brother-in-law ain't nothing but some treacherous piece of shit. Everything I've seen about him thus far, he just brought in a whole bunch of bullshit and mess and division between everybody, not just in the group, but even in her personal life other than Miss Glow. Because listen, Miss Glow got some of that motherfucking that money. Now, Miss Glow might wear that one wig, at all times on every episode. I don't know why the fuck she won't change them unitide. But I'm hoping that some of that money paid for some good hair that she keeps for on our first Sundays or something, or communion Sundays. But at the end of the day, break that shit out when the cameras come rolling through that bitch. And if that's your good hair, I need you to go back down there and see if y'all can fraudulently get some more money out of somebody. Go back down there to the wig shop and pick up something else. And take Tasha with you, because as you already know, I'm tired of them fucking headpieces they wearing around and them church caps. It's not working for them. But anyway, back with Rocky. So Rocky put himself pretty much, he says, Tamika put him in it, but he was already in this shit when they went around there and cashed them motherfucking checks when the girl showed the fucking receipts on the show, right? He did the interview with Tasha K. Now I went back, like I told y'all before. I didn't get all of it because I didn't hear all of Tasha K's interview, but I went and listened to the whole thing. And basically, he lied every fucking way he could. He's a fucking complete narcissist. That's a narcissistic, sharp-headed, cheddar cheese-looking motherfucker. That motherfucker is a complete narcissist. And he done got up in her head and infected her motherfucking mind thought process and her motherfucking cerebral cortex and done fucked her completely up. She can't even think for herself. That's why she gone crazy. But he came with some shit, talking about basically not just blasting Tamika, but blasting some of the other members of escape. Shit, one being Candy. He sit there and said, well, oh, they got videos about, Todd out here sucking a trans woman's dick. Wait, what? Excuse me? I don't know anything about that, but I'm just gonna say this. That's got to be some deep shit. You got to be either really have something on somebody, prepared to be sued, or you just a treacherous motherfucker, or maybe all of the above. But the bottom line is, everything he said, even with the bullshit he got going on with the unique Fauché woman, or Poche, whatever the fuck her name is, with this baby, I really have decided that I side with this woman. He been fucking around with this woman for them 5 years. He been over there doing the thing. He been fucking around with even other women. He's mentioned this even in the conversation, saying, I ain't been no saint. I've done some things in my... You was a fucking whore. That's what you are. You brown marker color head motherfucker. You was a whore. And Tasha sitting around here fucking around with the bullshit, letting you get away with it. Now, somebody told me we was having a discussion with a friend of mine that was actually supposed to be on the fucking panel to help me discuss this shit, to be a co-host for tonight. But, plans change. But anyway, shit, on with the show, right? And she was saying that he was mentioning that the child ain't his and all this different shit, which I already knew. He went on to say he can't have kids and all this different shit for medical reasons. And like I said before, he claimed he going to federal court to sue these people. Now, I'm trying to figure out, is it me? And am I fucking crazy? Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know. But I ain't never seen Judge Judy or paternity court. I ain't never seen no federal case up in no motherfucking courthouse because a bitch say you the baby daddy. You might go down to the city court or whatever it is, district or whatever the fuck it is, but I ain't never seen it be no federal case. Because ain't nobody put no hands on you. And I don't see anybody embezzle money except y'all, allegedly, you and your wife. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I can see it being a federal case if your sister actually went behind the scenes and actually filed charges on y'all motherfucking ass, because basically, like Miss Diane say, the only way she can get her money back is if she pursue and press charges on you, Edward, and Latocha, to make sure she recoup her motherfucking her ends. And federal court, I just don't see you going no federal court suing no motherfucking body over saying you the baby daddy, when there's hardcore evidence of you sitting around with this woman in the airport, you sitting around with this woman taking all kind of other motherfucking pictures, and you sitting around here want to tell us to believe that we don't see what the fuck we see? Are we stupid? Or is it just you? Or is it your motherfucking narcissity? I don't understand. I don't get it. But I feel like this. Also, Latocha has been on several platforms talking about her sister is mental and all this different shit and prayed for and all. Bitch, please. Cut that motherfucking act and cut that bullshit. I don't know what script rocking a rope for you that you have memorized, but that is complete bullshit. The bottom line is, we see things for what the fuck they are. You also even sat up there and said that you're willing to give her back. I'm willing to give her the $30,000 to, put all this shit to bed. But at the end of the day, me personally, I'm not about to give no motherfucker $30,000 that I don't owe it to. And I'm not afraid of something coming out that might shame me or put me in a bad light, especially when I'm calling myself going over to the gospel industry, trying to get these $25 tickets down here to St. Ebenezer Baptist Church for everybody to come down to the thing and have finger sandwiches and shit and listen at me holler and scream up in the motherfucking mic. Like I say, ain't no clap back to the gospel industry, but I know how that shit pretty much works. I've been there, done that, period. But how dare you get on a platform and say your sister's mentally ill and that you gonna give her the money to make all this go away? That's some shit that a motherfucker that would say that's guilty. You know good and well, you don't know Q-Ball went around there and stole that woman motherfucking money, and y'all now not wanting still to admit it, but trying to reverbalize what the fuck you said and recant your statement from before and kind of fix that shit up and say, well, we don't owe her anything. My sister is, going through something, yada, yada. Bitch, she was going through something then when y'all took her money. A child in college and had one pretty much here, fresh on the earth. She needed that money just as much as you did. Because your mother implied maybe you really needed the money. If your husband is such a fucking mogul as he claimed, with knowing all rubbing elbows with oil tycoons and all this shit, how come y'all house look like it's a 3-bedroom, 2-story with a powder room downstairs and a fucking bath and a half upstairs? I'm not gonna say that's all bad, but for an escape member, honey, I look for better. Like I said, Candy shit, I'm pretty sure it's paid for. I ain't got no record to show, but I'm pretty sure as long as she's been there, that motherfucker, she got the deeds somewhere around there up in a safe that can't nobody get into to steal no sex tapes or no deeds. Wink, wink, right. Exactly. Pull that fucking shit together. And by the way, take some of that fraud money that y'all stole and go buy you an ass. Quit talking about yourself being the fluffy girl and not having an ass. You keep going by them blonde wigs. Ain't nobody encouraging that shit. But you keep going by there doing it. I don't know if you're going by Heavenless Beauty or what the fuck you doing, but you need to switch up your beauty stores. You know, go around the block, go around there to them yangs and see what the fuck they got going on and check out their selection. Because that shit ain't working for you. And take your mama with you and pick up Lily on the way, because all y'all need to stop by that bitch and exchange wigs in the car, high-fiving over the back seat, smoking a joint in that motherfucker. Because y'all all got it all wrong. I don't know who's styling y'all shit, but listen, that is out. It's played out. Get to something else. But like I said before, she was over here in Houston. I don't know if she was in Houston, but she was doing a radio show with whatever their name is over there on 97 something out here in the gospel station. And I listen to it every goddamn day and still don't realize what it is, but still don't care. I listen to it when I won't, listen to it when I don't. But the bottom line is she was talking to them doing an interview, and she was talking about, again, her being a fat bitch in the group. No shade to fat bitches, because ain't no fat bitches here. I'm just saying that's a figure of speech, so nobody get offended. But that's what she's portraying herself to be. These are her words. I'm just paraphrasing, okay? But if I'm the fat bitch of the group, I'm going to change all that. If I ain't got no ass, I'm going to change all that, especially if I got money. Now she got this vegan book and all this other shit she's trying to go around here and promote, go to all these gospel stations and all this different stuff to promote this motherfucking cheap-ass gospel album she went down here and signed for with the people listening to her husband, Rocky, and he can't manage his motherfucking house or habit, let alone her career. I'm going to need him to bag back, and give her 50 motherfucking feet. I would tell him 40, but his management is weak as motherfucking shit to me. I don't understand why she deals with him. I don't understand why she's married to him, because at the end of the day, motherfucker, she needs some therapy. For real. Because there's no way in the world I'll be married to somebody that continuously can tell me, oh yeah, I talked to this bitch, you know, we over there and past that now, and I don't fuck with this bitch. We's married now, like that bitch say over there on, what it is, that fucking movie, what's the name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But the bottom line is, Color Purple, yeah. I was married now. Fuck all that. It don't make no difference. It ain't all right to let some motherfucker pound on you. That's whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, or whatever. And that's what I feel like she's over there taking. And she's just under his thumb and just doing whatever the fuck it is he tells her to fucking do. Honestly, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But at the end of the day, what y'all need to do is cough that motherfucking money up, and y'all need to offer that woman an apology. Y'all ain't got to come all out and say what the fuck went down. Just keep it on the hush, keep it on the low at the level it's already at. Pay that money back, keep it, make it go away. Apologize, become family again. Now, with family being said, apparently it looks like there's an addition to Latosha's family. I don't give a fuck what that almond-shaped head motherfucking man say. He done fuck with that woman. He has been with that woman. He has had sex with that woman. And I believe that baby is his. Per, like I said, the questions that Tasha K asked him, the way he answered them. Let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, I can work for the FBI. I can pretty much tell when the motherfucking lying. Especially on a level like that. You ain't even thinking about the lies you telling. Period. Like I said, i.e. federal court. Because a bitch say you the baby daddy. Get the fuck somewhere and sit down. Then he gonna say all the text messages and all that shit that Tasha K read, you know, that the woman went altered all that shit and fictitious all that shit. I don't believe a fucking word out his mouth. He's a liar. Hell, I don't even believe, you know, Todd was sucking dick. I don't believe it. Reliable sources. He does not seem like a reliable source. So I can't even take that at face value. You know, she going around talking about this book she's selling, like I say, shit. Honestly, I figure if y'all got that kind of footage, honestly, y'all talking about leaking the footage on Tamika, you know, having a sex tape way back, you know, 30 fucking years ago when she was young and doing different shit. I guess when sex tapes were in for celebrities. I don't know if they still are, but hey, look at the Kardashians, right? But anyway, hell, I don't want to see that shit. Ain't nobody bothered about it. Hell, I'm more interested in seeing whether or not y'all got Todd on camera sucking a trans woman's dick. I'd rather see that video get leaked. I don't want to see the shit with Tamika. Not interested. And I'm pretty sure nobody else is either. Because honestly, Tamika, I'm not going to say she's not relevant, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, well, look how long ago it was. 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. That shit gonna smooth over. But some other shit, like, you got Todd sucking dick? Bitch, show us that video. Since y'all talking all that shit, you saying, because he's the one that said it on the Tasha K show, not me. So don't sit up here and say, oh, AJ Red went around saying no, I didn't. I don't know nothing about such video other than what was mentioned by Edward Bibbins on the Tasha K show. But me personally, I think this is one of those situations where I've seen in my personal life and even in my family where, sometimes parents have, issues, and they say they don't, but they fuck around and play favorites. I don't give a fuck what they say. They play favorites, majority of them, at some point. And I've seen this happen even, fuck it. If they watching the video, they know what it is. They ain't finna call and kick my ass or cuss me the fuck out. And if they are, they know what it is. But I've seen cousins divided like this, and I say it all the time to them. You cannot love one child more than the other. You cannot show more love for one child more than you do all of them. That is not fair. You cannot treat them differently. Now, some would say it's predicated upon their personalities. Well, bitch, you help develop their personalities. You helping them with that. You are what they see living and breathing every day. And at the end of the day, even if it was their father that left your ass broke, busted, and disgusted, hell, fuck it. At the end of the day, take your 50 motherfucking percent. You still trusted him enough to have them motherfucking children. You still trusted enough to marry him. You still trusted him enough to live under the same roof and that he'd be faithful to you instead of getting to fucking know the motherfucker and then moving forward from there. So we got to call you maybe hot pussy. Sister hot pussy. I don't know. And that's for any parent. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Take your fucking lick. You can't be sitting around there playing favors and then lay around there when your motherfucking ass is in a jam. You want to call on the bitch you less favor and show less favor to and expect them to always show up because you know they're going to show up. But that motherfucker you do so much for, you know what I'm saying, over here doing what they want to do, handling their business this way, handling it. And when it comes to your ass, you sitting around here looking crazy. But you want to give less and get more. That's not how life works. I don't give a fuck if you're the parent, the child, the teacher, or the student. That's not how it goes. It's that, how the lady says, that circle of life shit they be talking about. You got to give off what the fuck you wanted to receive. And you can't keep expecting a motherfucker to keep dealing with your shit. And like Tamika sat her motherfucking mama down to the table and told her, listen, if you can't get your shit together and have equal shares when it comes to me and my sister, I'm about to back the fuck up off you. And that don't mean you don't love your parent. That means basically I'm taking time for myself to take care of me because I see at some point right now, you ain't hearing what the fuck I'm saying. But why? Because I'm saying shit, but my actions are not following that. So I'm giving you this warning. Keep fucking with me like this and mistreating me, and I'm going to show you. You've been warned. And Miss Glow couldn't do nothing but take that shit. All she can do is pull that wig back on each side, and give that little girl some room to lay on her shoulder and cry a little bit. The little girl that's inside Tamika or whatever. But the bottom line is she's still a fucking woman and she still say she's staying where she's staying. And I'm hoping that she will stand in the same position with her sister and Rocky. And it seems as though she is because, like I said, she presented them fucking receipts. And, people have been over in the comments over there in Tasha K's section, over here in my section, and some other people's section covering this shit. And there's so many multiple opinions. Because that's all they are, really. Because shit, no matter what the fuck we say, they're doing what the fuck they want. They've done what the fuck they want to do. We don't run their fucking life. But I do understand the opinions, and I do love the comments. So please drop down in the comment section and let your boy know how you feel about the videos. And, dialogue with me. Get back and forth with me because I like to fuck with that. I'll talk to y'all back and forth. As a matter of fact, I got to spend some time tonight, catching up on some of y'all replies because y'all giving me topics and shit, want to hear what I got to say about this, that, and the other, and the third. But yeah, it's like you can't expect to get blood from a turnip. And if you squeeze a motherfucker so long and a bitch cried all they feelings, they ain't got no more left for you. I mean, what you want me to do? I already told you. In the case of Latocha, it just basically seems like she's numbed herself to the bullshit that she got going on outside there with that man. Because there's nowhere in the world I'm finna sit here and condone no bullshit you finna. That means she don't even love her motherfucking self. And it speaks volumes because of the way she letting him treat her. And not only that, you started talking about body shaming and all this. If you feel that body shame, bitch, like I said, they got many women going down there. You in one of the meccas of body surgery, bitch. Go ahead and go get you some. Get you some ass. Get you some titties. Get you some new hair. Because I'm tired of seeing that. I'm not going to say that enough until I see you change that shit. Even in your... Fine. I hope your gospel hair is better than your escape hair. I need you to do some self-healing because you fucking yourself up and you allowing this man to do all this shit to you past 30 years. It ain't worth it. If you got to cut his motherfucking ass loose and start anew, handle your business. Take your motherfucking ass to some therapy by yourself and with your sister. And if you want to keep that little raggedy ass, scraggly ass, soon-to-be baby daddy of yours, you know what I'm saying? Go to therapy with him and see if y'all can work out why he's a narcissist and why he love having sex with multiple women without a condom and shit. Because let me tell you something. People tell me they looking for new shit, new love and all this. Oh, there's some new love out here. Believe me. Trust me on that one. I can guarantee it. There's some new shit out here. So find all the love you want. Go ahead. But you'll be a goddamn fool to be married to a motherfucker that's in that frame of mind while you sitting at home cooking bacon and eggs and making roast and all this other shit, motherfucking meatloaf. You know what I'm saying? Mashed potatoes and shit, waiting on the motherfucker to come home to kiss you in the neck from a bitch you just kissed on the mouth or just sucked her puss. Bitch, you licked on her nips and twisted on them and whatnot and so forth. I don't think so. Take your dick fingers, take your meat beaters and go back over there to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Go kiss her in the mouth with your puss on the breath. I don't want to smell that shit. Come back up here smelling like Dove soap about the face. Bitch, you know good and well you don't wash your face that many times a day. You get the fuck away from here. No. That's the kind of shit y'all set yourself up for. And Latocha set herself up for motherfucking failure by staying with this man, 1. 2, making him manager of her career. And 3, just by being with him, period. I ain't gonna say having no child with him because the kids seem to be pretty good. They ain't been putting them on the camera because I guess they don't want to show how completely fucked up their family could possibly be. And I do understand that part. Leave that kid out of it. Let him have some sanity. Let us watch him play basketball and shit, run around the court with old Rocky and carrying on and all that shit there. But you need to do some therapy and some inner work on your motherfucking self. I don't know what else y'all want from me on this ignorant ass topic that everybody keep talking about. I think it's fucking stupid. I think it's to sum it all up, I think it's stupid. I think it's fraudulent. I think it's deceiving, very deceitful energy going on, you know, and division on all accounts. And the division is where it need not be. Where the division needs to come in at, motherfuckers are holding up walls and keeping, you know, toxicity around. Let that malignant shit go. Let it go. Like Elsa. You heard the record? Let it go. Let it go. Can't take your shit anymore. That's what you need to be singing. But I don't know how it's going to smooth over with these church folk. We're going to figure out and see because apparently Escape is thriving, like I said before. They still out here doing these shows. They still out here keeping their harmony tight and their bodies right. You know, they got their asses that they done paid for, their titties and whatnot they done paid for. They still out here giving legs and thighs and all that different stuff there. And I ain't talking about down from the Popeyes. They still getting their money. Latocha says she gonna separate, go from the group. She going on hip gospel. But like I said, we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm watching on either end. But it seems already that Escape is winning. They've been winning for years. You know, it's just the fact that she said she wanted to step out on her own and be free. I mean, bitch, where you need to step out and be free from is from up on the Rocky. That is your problem. That's where you need to gain your biggest freedom from him. Because he's keeping you, in my opinion, as a cash cow. That man can't be affiliated with that many business moguls and motherfucking, as he said in his words, oil tycoons, and y'all living in that celebrity hut. There's no motherfucking way. It looked like y'all living in a Section 8 house over there in one of them housing development places they done fixed up for the people over yonder ways out here on the outskirts of town, where they placed them kind of people at. And fuck it, where they say, where they pretty much anybody don't set housing is black folk for the most part. Shit, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. That's what the fuck their house is giving. It's giving Section 8. You know, fuck. I'm just gonna say it. And I can't be mad if y'all trying to save money. I mean, if that's what it is, cool. But I mean, shit, if you embezzled enough or stole enough out of them royalties, because Tamika said it wasn't just one check. It was several checks over a period of time. You know? So, y'all, it would kind of be okay if y'all took $15,000 or $20,000 or something like that. Or, I don't know. Because she said she wasn't going to put all the checks up there and all the other evidence to lay around and bury y'all ass. You know, and put the RIP sign on the top. She said she wasn't even going to put the tombstone or the headstone on that bitch. She said she was going to give y'all enough for y'all to back the fuck off. And we going to see if y'all going to try to fuck around. If that sex tape get leaked, she done already told us. So y'all motherfucker is on the hook. We looking at y'all with both of our eyes. We ain't even looking at Tamika and them because we know her and Escape over there earning money. While you over here going to Beulah Baptist and, you know, stuff like that. Because that's pretty much where they're going to take it at. You know, Buck Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Stand Back, Alabama, or Good Time, Mississippi, or some shit like that. Yazoo. They probably going to book her in them places first to see if she can get it off the ground and see where this record is going to go. Now, again, like I told you, I don't think many folk going to buy it. But, you know, we'll see where the fuck it goes. But again, I'm going to get the fuck up off of here. I done told y'all what I think about it. It's some crazy shit. But anyway, first video, go ahead right now and subscribe so you can get all these videos and shit and go back and watch all them old ones too because they funny as fuck, most of them anyway, in my opinion. Hit the thumbs up button. That's the like button. That helps me out a lot. And also share these videos, not with your children, and please don't share them with your friends' kids because I don't want to be involved in any shit I ain't got no business being involved in. But if you happen to, you know, to send it to one of their children, go ahead and get that phone and just, you know, forward it on to, yeah, from there and then delete it from the kids' phone. But anyway, I'm out. Love y'all much. Take care of yourself. Always love yourself first and love those only in return that are willing to give you the same in return. Because we ain't got time for no lean yap, we ain't got time for no fuckery, we ain't got time for no bullshit. But anyway, until the next video, holla.